Good evening, fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Mr.V's Impression Theatre. Today I bring you The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. Starring the Godfather as the Once-Ler, Curly Joe as the Lorax, and read by Andy Williams. At the far end of town, where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells sweet and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing except old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. So, what was the Lorax? So, deep in the grickle grass, some people say that if you look deep enough, you can still see today. But the Lorax once stood just as long as you could before somebody lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax, and why was he there? And why was he lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the grickle grass grows. The Once-Ler still lives here. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the Once-Ler. Don't knock on his door. He stays in his lurkum on top of his store. He lurks in his lurkum, cold under the roof, and makes his own clothes out of muffered moof. And on special dank nights in August he peeks out of his shutters, and sometimes he speaks, and tells of how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. And at the end of a rope, he'll let down a tin pail, and you'll have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather's snail. Then he pulls up the pail and makes careful count to see if you have paid the proper amount. Then he hides it away, hides what you paid, and ate him away in his scurvy, a secret strange hole in it, his groovelish glove. Then he grunts, "I will call you by the whisper-phone for the secrets I tell you for your ears alone." Slump down slumps the whisper-phone to your ear, and the old Once-Ler's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through the slurgy hose, and sounds as if he had smallish bees in his nose. "And now I will tell you," he said, his teeth sounding gray, "of how the Lorax was lifted and taken away. It all started way back, such a long time back, way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet. The clouds were still clean, and the song of the swallow swans rang out through space. One day I came into this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the trough of the trees, the bright-colored tufts of the trough of the trees, miles and miles in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in their barbaloot suits, as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. In the ripulous pond came the comfortable sounds of the humming fish humming while splashing around. But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I've been searching for trees like these. The touch of their tufts was as soft as silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh butterfly milk. I felt a great leaping of love in my heart. I knew just what I do. I unloaded my cart. In no time at all, I had built a small shop. I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. Up. Then with great skillful skill and great speedy speed, I took the small tuft and knitted a thneed. And the instant I finished, I heard a great gazumped. I looked, and I saw something pop out of the stump of the tree that I chopped down. It was a sort of a man. Describe him? That's hard. I don't know if I can. He was shortish and oldish and brownish and mossy, and he spoke with a voice that was sharpish and bossy.
Mister,
He said with a sawdusty voice,
I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees. That is for the trees have no tongues.
He was very upset, and as he shouted a puff of
That thing, that horrible thing, is that thing you made out of my truffula tuft.
Look, Lorax, I said, and there's no cause for alarm. I just chopped down one tree. I am doing no harm. This thing is most useful. This thing is a need. It's a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt and it's a sock. It's a glove and it's a hat. But it has other uses. Yes, far more than that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, and for pillows, and for sheets and for curtains, and or for the covers of bicycle seats.
Sure,
The Lorax said,
you're crazy with greed. But there's no one on earth who would buy that fourth need.
But the very next minute, I proved he was wrong. For just at that moment, a chap came along. And he thought that tea that I knitted was great. He happily bought it for $3.98. I laughed at the Lorax. You poor silly guy. You never can tell me what the people will buy.
I repeat,
Cried the Lorax.
I speak for the trees.
I'm busy, I told him. Shut up if you please. He rushed across the room, and in no time at all, I built a radio phone. I put in a quick call. I called my brothers, my uncles, and aunts, and I said, listen here. Here's a wonderful chance for the whole Once-Ler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Nitch. Turn left at Weehawken, sharp right at South Stitch. At no time at all at the factory I built, the whole Once-Ler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting needs just as fast and as busy as bees, to the sound of the chopping of truffula trees. Then, oh baby, oh, how my business did grow. Not chopping one tree at a time was too slow. So I invented my super axe hacker, which whacked down 4 truffula trees with one schmacker. We were making knees 4 times faster than before, and the Lorax, well, he didn't show up anymore. And the next week he knocked on my new office door. He snapped,
I am the Lorax, and I speak for the trees, but you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots, who played in the shade of their truffula fruits and happily lived eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough fruit of truffula fruit to go around, and my poor barbaloots are getting all the crummies. Because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They love living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Hey, good luck, boys,
he cried, and he sent them away. Then I, the Once-Ler, felt sad, and as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies and tummies, you know.
I meant no harm. I truly did not. But I had to grow bigger. So bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered my loads. The things I shipped out, I shipped them forth. To the south, to the east, to the west, and to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then he came back. I was fixing my pipes. The old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes.
I am the Lorax.
He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snapped, he snarled and he sniffed.
Once-Ler.
He cried in a crofulous croak.
Once-Ler, you're making such smogular smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can't sing a note? No one can sing with smog in his throat. And so,
said the Lorax,
please pardon my cough. They cannot live here. I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog that you smogged up around here. Yeah, what's more,
snapped the Lorax, his dander was up.
Let me say a few words about gloppity-glop. Your machine chugs all day and night without stop, making gloppity-glop and also sloppity-slop. What do you do with the leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Once-Ler man, you. You're clapping the pie with a humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending him off. Their future is dreary. Now walk off on their fins and get awfully weary. In search of some water that isn't so smeary.
I hear things are just as bad in Lake Erie.
Then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax. Now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap, yap, yap and say bad, 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 and bad. Well, I have reached, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on with undoing what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering, and biggering, and biggering, and biggering, turning more truffula trees into threes, which everyone, and I mean everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on the tree. Then we saw the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more needs, no more work to be done. So in no time, my aunts and uncles, everyone, all waved me goodbye. They jumped in their cars and drove away under smoke-smogged stars. And all that was left underneath the bad-smelling sky was my empty factory, the Lorax, and I. The Lorax said nothing. He just gave me a glance, just gave me a sad backwards glance, as he lifted himself from the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face as he hastened himself and took leave of this place, through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that was left after the Lorax, after this mess, what's left in this mess, was a small pile of rocks with one word, unless. Whatever that meant, I just couldn't guess. That was a long, long time ago, but each day since, I sat here and worried away. 30 years I had my building had fallen apart. I've worried about it with all my heart. But now,
says the Once-Ler.
Now that you're here, the word of the Lord seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares enough, whole awful lot, nothing's gonna get better. It's not. So, catch.
calls the Once-Ler. He lets something fall.
It's a truffula seed, the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula, treat it with care. Give it clean water, feed it fresh air, grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack, and the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. Then I'll give them an offer I can't refuse.
And that concludes this episode of Mr. V's Impression Theatre. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. Good night. And may the good Lord take it again.